Since you already enjoyed the last video of this kind, I decided to make another one just 11 months later. And what better topic than the app of the moment created by Ikana and developed with his team. Over the past few days I've seen several videos here on YouTube talking about it. The online community seems to be fairly disappointed, but is this disappointment based on something substantial, or is it mainly the result of collective self-persuasion? After playing or learning with it, I don't know, for a while and reading many user reviews, I'm here to give you a bit of a summary of what I think and what people think about this app. Honestly, I've noticed that people sometimes complain excessively, but it's understandable considering the crowdfunding campaign. This project raised about $3 million, and that's a hard number to wrap your head around. Once I installed the app, the first issue I encountered was creating an account. The app crashed several times before I was able to do it, to create the account. But the worst thing, in my opinion, happens when you try to close and reopen the app. On many devices, including my phone, the startup is extremely slow, taking almost a minute to launch. Now, let's face it, startup time is crucial for an app if it doesn't want user to give up because they are tired of waiting. Now onto the gameplay. The style is very reminiscent of Pokemon, but instead of using Thunderbolt or Water Gun on your enemy, you need to answer questions about grammar, vocabulary, etc. in the language you want to learn. Now, most of the questions are easy. Some people also say too easy, and I don't necessarily see a problem with this unless you are already at a decent level and you can go further in your language learning journey because the sentences are too easy and the vocabulary is too easy. So that's the reason why, since this app was marketed as the ultimate tool for language learning, I expected a bit more. The combat system is an interesting idea, but for my personal taste, I find it quite boring on the long run because it's essentially too repetitive. On a positive note, as a musician, I have to say that I really like the music and the sound effects. So I've seen many other people talking good about the music of this game, of this project, and yeah, I agree with it. The music helps you immerse in the app atmosphere. And speaking of music, in the description you will find a link where you can go directly to my music. I mainly create background music, perfect for doing other activities because it's relaxing and it's fun for me. Plus, it's a super simple way to support my channel. And yeah, play the music in the background while you clean your room, cook, study, sleep, or whatever. Spend moments over. Let's go back to the video. Now, the app can be used for free, but there are significant limitations on the maximum number of lessons per day. If you want to do more than 2 lessons per day, you'll need the premium plan, which isn't too expensive. It costs about $10 per month, and if you choose the annual plan, it's currently 46 euros, which isn't bad at all. The problem is that even in the initial stages there are a few translation errors, especially with words that have different meanings depending on the context. This is a serious issue given that the app is supposed to teach you how to speak a language. I'm pretty sure that they will fix it soon. But additionally, I've seen some gameplays where they ask for the gender of an adjective or noun, but in those cases it wasn't possible to determine the gender because the words were invariable and presented without any context or any clue. Another thing I noticed is that the bottom menu doesn't work. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not sure if that was a temporary bug or a limitation of the free version, but that's something I noticed while I was using it. Now, given all this, it seems to me that Ikana and his team are very enthusiastic about this project, and I believe they are well aware of both the limitations and the potential that FLUYO currently has. So I've decided to try using the app again in 6 months to see if any progress has been made compared to what I've seen so far. That said, I'm curious to know what you think about this app. And finally, I invite you once again to subscribe, visit my Instagram profile, listen to my music, and if you have made any plans for 2025, I recommend this video. I don't know, this video. I'm tired.